Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie and I will be your yoga teacher for today. We are going to get our shoulder flexibility on. In yoga, we work our shoulders a lot and we work them to be strong. I'm under the understanding that for mobility to happen, we have to have flexibility and strength. So this video today is all about just getting our shoulders more open and more malleable and flexible. They will last longer for us, and I think that we will thank ourselves. We're going to start in an easy pose, so go ahead and come down on your mat with me and get into an easy position. I guess I should say you need a strap. You can pause me if you need to go and get one. If you don't have a strap, you can also use a longer towel. Make sure that you're able to hold it above your head like this, so you want it to be at least probably this long. So a bath towel would be enough if you don't have a strap. So since we're just doing flexibility, I'm not going to do intention settings and all that. We're just going to jump right into this. So the first thing we're going to work on is just bringing the arms up overhead and letting them fall back. This is a massive stretch, okay? So just hold it here for a few seconds. I was about to say for 5 seconds, but we're holding it way longer than 5 seconds. We're going to come down and back up. And down and back up. Now you may only be able to come to here. I've actually got really open shoulders, so this is very easy to me. But some people, you're going to be here until you work to open the shoulders, and they're not easy to open. And back down. I'm just going to come back up. I always feel like the strap hurts my hands more than the actual stretching through my shoulders. It's weird. Beautiful. Back down. I'm going to do one more straight up. It's going to come up. As far back as you can go this time. Beautiful. And release. Shake those hands out if you need to. We're going to use the strap again for our side stretches. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come up overhead, and then we're going to lean over to the right. So the right is pulling harder, which is stretching the left. And back to middle and over to the left. So now we're pulling on the right shoulder with the left. Inhale back up and over to the right. Stretch the left shoulder. We're keeping our chest lifted here. And now back to center and over to the left. And we're still breathing. We're not holding or clenching anything here. This should not be painful at all. It should actually feel really good in your shoulders. Inhale back up and over to the right. And inhale back up. One more time over to the left. And every time you may feel like you get a little deeper. That's perfect. Inhale back to center. Whew. Go ahead and release the strap. We're going to do our eagle arms now. So first time we're going to do right arm on the bottom. And we're going to put left arm over. And then whatever you can do. So if you can get your hands kind of coming together like this, do that. If you're here, be here. Just wherever you are, go ahead and find your eagle arms. We're lifting up. We're not just collapsing down. Our chest is lifted and we're trying to lift up. And breathe. And release. Bring those arms behind you. Lift that chest. Okay, let's do the other side. So this side, we're going to have left arm down. Right arm comes over top and try to wrap. Same thing, we're lifting them up and breathing. Beautiful. Go and unravel behind you again. Push up through that chest. Okay. Now we're going to do cow arms. I'm just going to turn around and show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to start with the right hand on top. So the right hand will reach down to the middle of the back. And then your left hand will come up and try to grab the fingertips as such. And then we pull. So this is cow-faced arms. Okay, if you're just here, this is great. Just, we're just pulling, trying to get to that direction. Okay? We're just holding it here. You're also going to realize, if you're like most people, that you're able to do it almost, or either on one side and then the other side you're not even close. It's very common. Just breathe here, hold this. And release. And let's go to the other side. So the left hand comes up and over and down the back. And the right arm sweeps around. Yep, and I can't do this one. I can touch my fingers, but I can't grab. And I can turn around and show you this side. So you can see the difference for me too. And we're just breathing. And holding this position. Oh, and release. Okay, I bet your shoulders feel nice and mobile right now. Okay, so now we're going to come down to our bellies for chest stretch. So just go ahead and come on flat down. Take those arms out into a T. And go ahead and roll over towards the left. You're getting a chest stretch and a shoulder stretch. You can do whatever you want with your right leg. It can be, up here, back here to support you, or it can be, still in front of you if you can't roll all the way over onto that left shoulder. Breathe. Breathe openness and love into that tight shoulder. Beautiful. Roll back to center. Right hand goes out long, and we're going to kick on over towards the right. And breathe. And this side's probably going to show you the same thing, that one side is way more open than the other. Beautiful. Come back around. We're going to stretch the deltoid now. So go ahead and bring this left hand straight under you like this. We're going to lay on it. Just pulling the outside of the shoulder. And we don't want any sharp pains, okay? If you feel sharp, you come out. You want it to be uncomfortable. No pain here. Okay, and sit up. And we're going to bring our right hand across the chest and lay on our right. Wonderful. And come out of that. So next we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to come into our all fours position here. And we're going to sweep that right hand up towards the sky. Your gaze can follow your hand the entire way. And we're going to thread it through the left. Now, you can take the left hand and you can have it in front of you. Or you can bind with it, whichever feels best. I like the bind if it's accessible. This is a double shoulder stretch at this point. If you're bound up, go ahead and unbind. Use that left hand to push you up. And that right arm is going to sweep back towards that sky. Plant it back down. We are back in our all fours, and that left hand sweeps up, gaze follows, and thread it through that right. Right hand can do whatever you'd like it to do. If you took the bind on the other side, I challenge you to try to take the bind on this side too. If you're bound up, you can go and unbind. Use that right hand to push you up. Okay, we're going to do puppy pose with blocks. So if you have them, get them. If you don't have blocks, you could use books here. Pillows could be used here. All we're doing is elevating the floor up. That's what blocks are for, is bringing the earth up to us. And this is going to allow us to drop deeper into our puppy stretch. So, the legs back, like normal puppy pose here. And then put the blocks where your hands would normally go. And drop that chest. So this is going to make it to where you do not hit the floor. This is exactly what we're going for. Breathe. We are definitely not holding or clenching here. The chest is headed towards the mat, but it probably will not reach unless you are extremely open. We're going to hold this for a little while, so find some comfort here. Shoulder stretching is almost one of the most uncomfortable things that we do. But it's so necessary in so many of our poses. And like always touching on the mobility, if you have flexibility only and no strength, that's very unsafe for your joints. And if you have all this strength with no flexibility, that's also bad for your joints. And it's horrible for your mobility. We do yoga to be more mobile. And I've hit the ground. I don't know how long it took me, but it took me a little while to get down to here. That's the thing about shoulder stretching is it takes time. You can't just stretch them really fast. Slowly begin to come out. And we're going to come into a standing forward fold. But first, we're going to just come to standing. We're going to interlace our hands behind our backs. This is a really good shoulder stretch. You're working to be able to get your hands together and flat. But interlacing them helps you do that when you don't have the muscle to hold them together. Okay, now we're going to fold with our hands like this, with bends in our knees, okay? So go ahead and fold forward. Allow those arms to drop over. Bend those knees, feel that belly, touching those thighs. We are not doing anything other than getting a shoulder stretch on right here. And breathe. Beautiful. Go ahead and start to rise back up. And slowly release them hands. Whew. A little knocking on heaven's door action would be good right now. I hope that you enjoyed this, and this is exactly what you were looking for this morning. I've had lots of requests for this video, so please, if there's something that you would like me to cover, I will be more than happy to do that for you guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you back on the mat tomorrow. Namaste.